Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing fine. So today we're going to make some lovely battered mussels using Thai green curry paste. So stay tuned, watch and enjoy, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. Take care, bye. So for this dish I have the Coles brand mussels. So for the mussels you need it cooked and shelled. So they're cooked and the shells have been taken off as well. For the Thai green curry paste, I'm going to use the Master Food brand Thai green curry paste. And in a bowl, I just put in half a cup of rice flour and half a cup of plain flour. I'm going to season this with a little bit of salt. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of turmeric, half teaspoon of fennel and fenugreek mix, half teaspoon coriander powder, half teaspoon nutmeg powder. So not a lot of people have nutmeg in the house. It's just optional if you want that extra nutty toasty sort of a flavor of nutmeg. Otherwise just feel free to skip it because the dish is always going to be flavorsome anyway because we have added in other spices and we are going to add in more spices. And you can crack some pepper into that. So nicely season it. Into a food processor or a chopper, I'm going to add in 3 cloves of garlic and 3 red chilies. So you can see the size. So they're fairly large in size. But the spiciness is totally up to your personal preference. Added in the garlic and the chilies into the food processor. Into this batter, I'm going to crack an egg as well. So another thing I'll be chopping up and adding into the food processor is an onion. So this is a medium-sized onion. So these are the components for the batter. You can see I've added in the egg as well into that. Alright, so everything's gone into the food processor. The batter, to give it a kick, going to add in 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Just added in 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. And over here you can see our processed mixture is ready. So we can add that into our batter as well. And basically apart from that, nothing else to go in because this Thai green curry recipe base from Master Foods, the Thai green curry paste itself is a good flavorsome what's it called, item or recipe ingredient. Actually it has few ingredients in it that combines it and makes it. So this recipe base itself is having a lot of flavor in it, so you don't need to add or go overboard with things. Because even if you see the ingredients, it's got garlic, it's got fish sauce, it's got lemongrass, coriander, lime juice, brown sugar, chili, salt, lime, cumin oil, etc, etc. So it's got a lot in its ingredients. So this is what I'm going to add next into this lovely batter. The Thai green curry recipe base into that. You can take a whisk and start combining it nicely. So normally we Indians use the normal chili powder, the spicy one for the spice, and we use this special Kashmiri chili powder. It's not spicy, but this is used mostly to give the dish a nice red color. So I'll be adding in 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder into the batter as well. So just 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder. So that'll greatly change the color of this dish and the batter. So for Indian Kerala style fish curry and all, we normally add up to 4 tablespoons of that Kashmiri chili powder to give it that nice deep red color. So if you're not happy with the color and if it still looks light orangish or bland and you want it a deeper intense red, feel free to add in more than 1 tablespoon of the Kashmiri chili powder. So you can see now the batter's like this. I haven't added water or anything as such. Just the ingredients I told you that I was going to add in there. So it's a very thick batter. Now we can add in our cooked and shelled mussels into that. Look at it. It's looking nice and lovely, isn't it? Everyone, all the mussels are nicely put off into the batter. Now we can just combine it all nicely together. Just coat them nicely in with this batter. So tasty, isn't it? Look at this. Such a tasty, lovely sight. Mussels are nicely combined in along with the masala. So in order to give it that light sort of a battered look, if you want a heavy battered look, you can add in more corn flour. But I'm just going to give it, try and go for the, lighter battered look. So I'm going to add in about half a cup of corn flour into this. It's a seafood after all, and if we add in too much corn flour, it'll take away the taste of that seafood, because seafood has very light flavor, so it will be very overpowering. That's why I'm just adding in half a cup of corn flour, and then we can combine it together. So in order to combine it, do feel free to go in the Indian style, you know, and use your hands, clean hands, and do it. So go for the Indian style, Gangnam style, Indian style, Desi style. Lot of styles are there. At least we use hands as our cutlery. So for this also, this is the best. See, in a very simple, easy, quick manner, you can get it done. But make sure your hands are nicely washed and clean for this purpose. There we are. So the next step is to nicely deep fry them. You can either use the air fryer or you can deep fry it. So that's up to your personal preference. Air fryer means minimal oil use. Deep fry means you do it the rustic old-fashioned way. If you're not in a rush for the flavors to infuse nicely, even if you marinate this for, you know, an hour in the fridge would be good. Or you can leave it for about 20 minutes in the freezer, 15 to 20 minutes, and that will also be good. It should not freeze up, you know what I mean? Just for this corn flour and everything to nicely hold on to the mussels. I'm just waiting for the oil to heat up nicely for deep frying. But it's looking nice and lovely. And once the oil is hot, we can take one by one and then just start placing it into the oil for frying. So leave gaps, we don't want them to stick together. So put one in, wait a few seconds, and then put the other one, the next one in. So just waiting for it to crisp up nicely and become golden brown. So do keep in mind, we did use the cooked mussels for this dish, so we don't need to wait for it to cook. Just frying it up straight away, waiting for the outer batter to become nice, crispy, crunchy, and golden brown in color. So you can see that it's nicely frying away. So look at this everyone, it's nicely frying away. You can see the nice reddish orangish color of the mussels. So let it nicely fry away, become nice and crispy golden brown. So you can see that reddish color coming out from the Kashmiri chili powder we added. It's a little bit not too red, it's just an orangish hint because I only added in 1 tablespoon. And once it's ready, we can take it off the heat and place it off onto a paper towel. And there it is everyone. So once they're fried and you put it off onto the paper towel and drained off the excess oil, you can start plating it up. So look at it. So nice and lovely. You can see the flavors and then so nice lovely mussel meat, battered, fried. And here's the final look everyone. See, nicely fried. And so always make sure, because I'm using the cooked mussels, so make sure you read the packet instructions, and if it says, you know, you need to clean it, then make sure you clean it. If not, it's ready to go and cook straight away. Now if you don't really like the idea of having plain batter fried things, what you can do is you can turn it into a mussel Manchurian or mussel, you know, chili mussel. So just heat up a pan with oil, toss in some diced onions, diced capsicum, chilies, you know, add in a little bit of ketchup, soy sauce, sweet chili sauce, toss this mussels in there, and you have your lovely, you know, chili or Manchurian mussel, depending on which direction you're going to go and how you're going to turn it into. So in this video I'm not doing a recipe for that. It's just a plain battered mussels with green Thai curry recipe base. So that's it. Another thing with the mussel is, you know, sometimes when we deep fry it, you use a lot of oil. So if it's not as crispy as you want it to be, if you have an air fryer at home, once it's fried up, just put it for a while in the air fryer as well, so that it becomes nice and crispy. So that's another tip if you want nice, you know, because sometimes battered items, like even battered fish and things like that, I prefer crumbed over batter. But if you choose the batter option and you don't like the sogginess and you want it extra crispy, it's worth putting it into the air fryer, not the fryer that uses oil, not the deep fryer, the air fryer, the one that you don't require oil, and it makes the food items nice and crispy. So once you got it in this sort of a consistency, just put it in the air fryer for about 15 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes, until you get the desired crispiness. So that's another tip for these battered food items. To show you what I mean, so you can see our battered mussels, the fried ones here, and I'm just putting it off into the air fryer. So it's at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. So when you put it off into the air fryer, you can see what I mean here. All this excess oil comes off. So you can see all this extra oil that we don't need, that accumulates during deep frying, even if you place it off into a paper towel after frying it. And then you can see the extra crispiness. So now the batters become nice and crispy. See, nice and crispy now. And crunchy. So that's what happens when you have an air fryer. It nicely fries it up with minimal oil use, and that's the best way always that you can prefer, more than deep frying. So look at it in the air fryer. So it's nice and much more crispier than the result you get when you deep fry it, because that excess oil is gone out of it. So once you're happy with how crunchy you want it, you can take it off. Nice crispy batter fried mussels. See, look at it. So look at this, everyone, nice and lovely. So battered Thai green curry mussels are ready. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. Apart from that, take care, enjoy, bye. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. Take care, bye.